it forward to all the new corner of India, so that all the surgeons come to IAGES to learn this part of endoscopy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I move on to the Dr. Ishwarmurthy to share his viewpoints, and he's been training endoscopic to the surgeons from the time he returned back after his training in UK. So he has started his training point from Europe, and he continues to train on a regular basis, and IAGES has been his favorite platform to move on, and he has created awareness and knowledge transfer to more than many thousands of surgeons. So let us hear from him his experience and his vision for the training in the upcoming future. Over to you, sir.
Thank you all my friends and also friends from the media. Today is an important day in the teaching of our young doctors in the field of the endoscopy. Till yesterday, we have to train all our future surgeons with the patient's bedside or taking them to operation theatre. Now, thanks to the technology and thanks to IAGES for the funding, for Fuji for developing this technology, we are able to teach what we used to teach in operation theatre and bedside with what we call as simulation models. The model you are seeing or going to be launched today is a cutting edge technology. There will be like a real lifelike model, so that we can say most of the training can be done with this safely. Then we take our future surgeons to the real patient side and teach them. That way the patient's safety is ensured, and also we can guarantee we are able to produce quality doctors or surgeons in the future. So this is a very important moment for all of us. That's why all of us from various parts of our country are sitting and sharing this happy moment. And we take this model, not only 2 models, several such models to various parts, and we need to improve the awareness of how important the quality of the training we are trying to provide under the umbrella of IAGES. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I request Rajveer, who's been planning this for the past 5 to 6 months. Of course, this idea was brooded by Dr. Govindra sir many years before. So he has been instrumental in assembling the program, creating the concept, and then executing. And he has done the maximum amount of interaction with Fuji and making this evening possible. Before moving on to the senior leaders, Raja, let me listen to you.
So first of all, thank you. Thank everyone for the presence, and thank IAGES for the opportunity. It is from a younger surgeon's perspective, what I would say is this is the best dream an endoscopic surgeon can always get, and for the future generations to have a validated training program which gives us score, and gone are the days where we assume that whatever we were doing is right. Here we have a strict validation by the system, which is again going to be approved by senior surgeons, which will give more good feedback to the surgeon to understand that where he stands and what else he has to learn. So this will be a boom for India and to the world in future. Thank you, Indra sir, for the effort. Thank you.
And thank you, Raja. That has been very crisp and effective transmission of the knowledge what we are intended to. Dr. Kannan has been instrumental in running multiple courses. The most recent colonoscopy training course was partnered with Dr. Ishwar sir and Dr. Kannan sir at Prime Indian Hospital. He is also representing other societies where he is instrumental in imparting regular education. Can I request Dr. Kannan to share his viewpoints on how to share the knowledge of scopies?
Thank you, Dr. Kannan. Respected senior leaders on the dais and media friends and as well as my colleagues. Thank you, IAGES. Actually, as you all know, for the endoscopy and colonoscopy, the younger generation and as well as the practicing surgeons getting training from the senior surgeons and as well as senior endoscopists who are sitting there. They have started way back in India first. That's why we are calling him as a father of endoscopy, Professor E. Krishna Rao sir. So the difficulty who are all facing is the peripheral centers in the urban areas. Especially they are not having that much opportunity to learn the endoscopy, how to do it. Especially in the human model, it's very difficult. So they have to come to these centers or center of excellence to get trained. And so far the other endoscopy models are different. When comparing with this navigation system, it is completely validated one. Here, person who is doing endoscopy, they can assess if they are doing correctly or not. And it will be assisted by the senior surgeons. Definitely it is a landmark event, and as well as the first time the IAGES is introducing in our country, that too from Tamil Nadu. We are proud of that. And definitely the younger generations and as well as the practicing surgeons will be having a very good opportunity to learn how to do the endoscopy. Thank you.
Now I request our secretary, Dr. Shivkumar, who has been instrumental in coordinating so many paperwork and getting the clearances and getting the funds available for getting this equipment. So he serves as the honorary secretary of the national body IAGES. Dr. Shivkumar sir, please tell how and what are your contributions in this regard. He is from down south. Actually, Dr. Krishna Rao, others were telling about taking the technology to the rural-most area, right? He works in a very, what to say, small hamlet, I would say, Ithamadi, near Kanyakumari, where he has himself established his own setup. Now that village has state-of-art hospital, state-of-art endotherapy centers, as good as what we have in Chennai. And he never minds spending on what the technology, whatever be the cost be, and he makes it available at the rural-most center. So with that perspective, he has been serving to the entire country. So let me request Dr. Shiva to share his viewpoints on peripheral training aspects.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கங்கள். முதலில் மதிப்பிற்குரிய பி.கே. ராவ் சார் அவர்கள், எங்களோட தந்தை என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய எண்டோஸ்கோபியின் தந்தை என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய பி.கே. ராவ் சார் அவர்கள், எங்களுடைய இந்தியாவின் ஜீரண மண்டல நுண்துளை அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணர்களின் தலைவர் என்கிற டாக்டர் சுபாஷ் அகர்வால், இதற்கு அடுத்தபடியாக அடுத்த வருடம் இதற்கு பதவி ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள வரக்கூடிய டாக்டர் சதீஷ் மிதா அவர்கள், எங்களது எண்டோஸ்கோப்பியை இந்த யங் ஜெனரேஷனுக்கு கொண்டு செல்லக்கூடிய இரண்டு அண்ணன்மார்கள், ஈஸ்வரமூர்த்தி சார், டாக்டர் கோவிந்தராஜ், அண்ட் ஆல் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ், கண்ணன் சார், கனகவேல் சார், அண்ட் மை யங்கர் பிரதர் ராஜவேல், எவரிபடி எல்லாருமே இருக்கிறோம். நான் இதை தமிழில் பேசணும்னு நினைக்கிறதே எல்லாருமே பேசிட்டோம், இங்கிலீஷில் பேசிட்டோம். இது எங்களோட தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுக்கும் போய் சேரணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கருவில் இதை பேசுகிறேன். யூஸ்வலா இந்த ஜீரண மண்டல அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணர்கள் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது எண்டோஸ்கோபிக் சர்ஜன், லாப்ரோஸ்கோபிக் சர்ஜன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். இதுல ஒரு 12,000 பேர் இருக்கிறோம். இன்னையை பொறுத்தவரை இது 93ல ஆரம்பிச்சது, இன்னைக்கு 12,000 பேர் இதுல அசோசியேஷன் மெம்பரா இருக்கிறோம். இது ஒரு ஆள் 2 ஆளால தொடங்கப்பட்ட ஒரு அறுவை சிகிச்சை ஒரு நிபுணர்கள் இது இன்னைக்கு 12,000 பேர் இருக்கக்கூடிய இதா மாறி இருக்குது. இதுல என்னன்னா, இன்னைக்கு முதல்ல நாங்கள்லாம் அறுவை சிகிச்சை தொடங்கும் பொழுது இந்த ஒரு அறுவை சிகிச்சையோ எண்டோஸ்கோப்பியோ கத்துக்கணும்னா எங்க லண்டன் போனோம், யூகே போனோம், அல்லது எங்கேயாவது போய் நம்ம அனிமல் மாடல் கத்துட்டு வந்துருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. இன்னைக்கு இந்தியா அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குற அளவுக்கு நாங்க மாற்றிருக்கோம் இந்த சினாரியோவை. அதுக்கு முதல் காரணம் இந்தியன் மெடிக்கல் இந்த இந்தியன் கேஸ்ட்ரோ எண்டோசர்ஜன் சொல்லுவோம், IAGES சொல்லுவோம். இதுல என்னன்னா, லைக் லாப்ரோஸ்கோபிக் அறுவை சிகிச்சைக்கு நீங்க மாசம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலயும் ஒரு மாநாடு நடக்கும். எல்லா டாக்டர்ஸையும் கூப்பிட்டு, அதாவது யங் சர்ஜன்ஸை கூப்பிட்டு அங்க வர வச்சு ஒரு 100 பேர் வருவாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் லாப்ரோஸ்கோபிக் அறுவை சிகிச்சை எப்படி செய்யறது, எப்படி செய்யறது அனிமல் மாடல்ல இருந்து சொல்லி கொடுத்து, கையை பிடிச்சி அவங்களுக்கு நாட்டிங் போடுறது சொல்லி கொடுத்து, ஒரு சர்ஜனை, ஒரு அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணர், பொது அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணரை ஒரு நுண்துளை அறுவை சிகிச்சைனா பரிணாம மாற்றத்தை அடைய வைக்கிறோம். இது பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். இந்த எண்டோஸ்கோபி அப்படிங்கிறது 60-80ல எல்லா அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணர்களும் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த ஒண்ணுதான். ஆனா ஒர்க்லோடும் அதுவும் வரும்பொழுது பிரிவுகள் அதிகமா வரும்பொழுது என்ன ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, இது மெடிக்கல் ஃபீல்ட்ல போக ஆரம்பிச்சது. அப்போ சர்ஜன்ஸ் உட்கார்ந்துருந்தோம். இப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா ஒரு சர்ஜரி பண்ணும் பொழுது நமக்கு ஒரு திடீரென்று உங்களோட வயிற்றுக்குள்ளால போய் பார்க்கணும் அல்லது குடல்குள்ளால பெருங்குடலில் போய் பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம உட்காந்து என்ன ஒரு மருத்துவர் வருவதை வெயிட் பண்ண வேண்டியிருக்கும். அதே நேரத்தில் ஒரு சர்ஜன் ஒரு மருத்துவர் ஒரு அறுவை சிகிச்சை நிபுணர் அதையே அறிந்து கொண்டால் அந்த அறுவை சிகிச்சையின் பொழுது அவர் செய்யக்கூட அது மக்களுக்கு கிடைக்கக்கூடிய ரிசல்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது அளவுக்கு அதிகமாக இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறத புரிந்து கொண்டு இன்னைக்கு இந்த இந்தியன் மெடிக்கல் அசோசியேஷன் இந்தியன் எண்டோஸ்கோபிக் ரிசர்ச் அந்த நுண்துளை அறுவை சிகிச்சைகளின் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா இந்த இதை வந்து கிராமங்களுக்கு இருந்து எல்லா டாக்டர்ஸும் கொண்டு போகணும்னு முடிவெடுத்தோம். இந்த முடிவெடுத்து இந்த ட்ரைனிங் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம். ஆல்ரெடி வி ஸ்டார்டட் EFAGES, FAGES அப்படிங்கிறத EFAGES, FACI அப்படிங்கிற ப்ரோக்ராம் அட்வான்ஸ் லேப் எண்டோஸ்கோபி சர்ஜரி, பேசிக் எண்டோஸ்கோபி சர்ஜரி ப்ரோக்ராம் நடத்திட்டு இருக்கிறோம். இது வந்து என்னென்ன அனிமல் மாடலில் பண்ணுவோம் அல்லது ஹேண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் ட்ரைனிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அவங்க அனிமல் அல்லது மாடல்ஸ் அவங்களை செய்ய வைப்போம், கையை சொல்லி வைப்போம். ஆனால் ஒரு 3 days ப்ரோக்ராம் அதில் எவ்வளவுக்கு அவங்க ரீச் ஆகும் அப்படிங்கிறது எங்களுக்கு தெரியலன்னா அந்த ஒரு 100% அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு டீச்சிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் கொடுக்குறோமாங்கிறது தெரியல. அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்பொழுது தான் நாங்கள் ஒரு போன வருடம் வந்து ஒரு தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு IAGES-ஓட அகில இந்திய மாநாடு ஈஸ்வர் டாக்டரோட தலைமையில் இங்கே நடத்தி முடித்தோம். ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு மாநாடுலையும் எல்லாரும் நஷ்டமும் படுவோம் லாபமும் படுவோம். பட் எங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு லாபத்தை வச்சு அந்த லாபத்தில் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனுக்கு கொடுப்போம் அப்படிங்கிறத பண்ணணும். இந்த தடவை என்ன பண்ணணும்னா அந்த லாபத்தை வச்சு ஒரு கருவியை வாங்கணும், மக்களுக்கு நம்ம டாக்டர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுற மாதிரி அப்படின்னு நினச்சி இந்த கருவியை வாங்கியிருக்கிறோம். ஜப்பான்லேருந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இன் இந்தியா அதை வந்து வாங்கியிருக்கிறோம். அதுவும் வந்து 80 to 90% சார் எல்லாரும் சொன்னால் நான் தமிழ் சொல்கிறேன், 90% நம்ம மனிதர்கள் எப்படி இருக்குமோ அதே மாடல் அது இருக்க போகுது நமக்கு. ஸோ கையை பிடிச்சி நாங்கள் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கணும்னு தேவையில்ல, அதுவே சொல்லுவோம் நீ இது தப்பு பண்ணுற இது ரைட்டாக பண்ணுற அப்படின்றது அதுவே நமக்கு கம்யூனிட் பண்ணும். ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலையும் போகும்போது அது சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கும். ஸோ அது ஈஸியாக சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குறபடியும் 5 வருஷம் 6 வருஷத்தில் நம்ம அதில் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறத நம்ம மக்களுக்கு எவ்வளோ பெரிய இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், பட் நம்ம மக்களுக்கு நம்ம சர்ஜன்ஸ்க்கு அதை சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கும் பொழுது இது எல்லாமே நம்ம பப்ளிக்கு போய் சேரும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு பெரிய கனவுகளில் இதை எங்களோட ஆர்கனைசேஷன் உருவாக்கியிருக்காங்க. அதுக்கு துணை போன எல்லாருக்கும் நன்றி சொல்ல விருப்பப்படுறேன். இது வந்து எல்லா கிராமங்கள்லேருந்து எல்லா சிட்டிலேருந்து எல்லா சர்ஜனுக்கும் போய் சேருங்கிற பெருமையோட விடைபெற்றுக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Friends, the next important person is going to be none other than our incoming president, Dr. Satish Mehta. He hails from the city. All of you know our own CSK hero, Dr. MS Dhoni. From the same place, he hails from there and he has come all the way from Ranchi. He is an eminent endoscopist and endotherapist, and he is poised to take up the leadership of the IAGES from February onwards. So let us hear from him what is his vision for the upcoming year and the subsequent follow-up plan for the development of the art and science of endoscopy and its impartation of the training. Dr. Satish Mehta, please.
Good evening, Vanakkam, Namaste. So I bring greetings to all of you from IAGES. Respected Professor B. Krishna Rao, who is the father of endoscopy in India, who has trained thousands of surgeons who are doing service to the humanity throughout the world, not only in India. Our President, Dr. Subhash Agarwal, our past President, Dr. Ishwar Murthy, Dr. Govind Raj, who is the Chairman of FACI Board, Dr. T. Sivakumar, our Honorary Secretary, Dr. Kanan, Dr. Ajay, and our Dr. Kanakvel, who is also very important in this event. IAGES, as has been introduced, is one of the largest body of endoscopy and laparoscopic surgeons not only in India but in the world. So we have members, over 14,000 members are there throughout the country. We know that surgery has gone many revolutions, and now we are living in an era where we want to give relief to our patients with minimal invasion, so that they have less pain, less trauma, and recovery is faster. So in this context, laparoscopic surgery and endoscopic surgery has evolved in last 4 to 5 decades. And this technology is advancing every day. Means science is progressing very fast, and we have to keep abreast with the knowledge which is coming in. And important aspect of this is the training, how to train the newer generations so that we can give the benefit of this technology which is coming in not only to the people confined to cities but also to the far-flung areas where health services are not that easily available. So IAGES has been doing all this training part for many years since we established from 1993. So in last 30 years, various courses have involved. We have various modules going on throughout the country. And with the blessings of Professor B. Krishna Rao and active role played by Dr. Ishwar Murthy, we have also started training surgeons for the endoscopy. We know that ailments of the stomach are quite common, and it's also important to recognize many diseases in early stage. Many cancers can be diagnosed and now treated by endoscopy if patients comes with the symptoms like bleeding or dyspepsia or something like that, or difficulty in food, a loss of appetite, loss of weight. These are the common symptoms which the patients come. Many patients come with jaundice, bleeding per rectum. So all these patients, if endoscopy is offered, many of the diseases can be diagnosed in early stage. We can give them good relief and save many lives also. So many of these diseases affect young people, and they go to the normal life and be productive to the society. So this is a historical day for IAGES and for our whole country. This equipment will not be only in Chennai. This is a portable equipment which will be moving to the different parts of country where our courses will be organized, and we will be imparting knowledge to the young surgeons, and even we can also learn. Sometimes the skilled surgeons also can improve their skills. So there is always a scope of improvement of skills. And as Dr. Govind Raj has said, that this not only teaches you, it takes your scoring also. So we want to have the perfection so that we don't harm the patient's safety is not compromised, and patients are benefited as a whole, and it is a benefit for the society. So I congratulate the whole team and thank them. Under the leadership of B. Krishna Rao, we could utilize the money for the best possible way from the association, and this will be used by generations to come. And probably this has also given us a way so that we will be adding more simulators in the years to come. So thank you very much, and I wish that this instrument will be used as we have planned. May God bless us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Medha sir. Now I request our current president, very dynamic person, takes multifaceted presence across education, and he is now the pioneer of doing maximum number of training courses. IAGES hosts courses basic, advanced, and same thing for endoscopy basic, endoscopy advanced. So he has created so many avenues, and he's been pioneer in running multiple courses parallelly, and he also serves the Delhi Medical Council, and he represents to the National Medical Council as well. And he has led IAGES in a flamboyant way, where other societies are looking upon us for what are our further plans, and many societies emulate our own plans. So such a nice leader, and we are blessed to have him today amidst us. Dr. Subhash Agarwal, we'd like to hear your views and your visions.
Thank you, Dr. Kanakvel. father of endoscopy, Professor B. Krishna Rao, President-elect Dr. Satish Mitta, Secretary Dr. Shiva Kumar, Chairman of FILE Dr. Govind Raj, and the person who has a passion for endoscopy and who has written many books also on endoscopy, Dr. Ishwar Murthy. Kanak Well is the person, if you talk about any scientific program on any subject in surgery, he is the person who is most updated. And daily we get so many things which is circulated throughout India by him, the latest advances in medical field, particularly surgery. Dr. Raja and Dr. Kanak, all these are the pillars of this endoscopy program. IAGES was formed by late Professor Tehumton Mutwadia from Mumbai along with few friends, Dr. B. Krishna Rao, Dr. Pradeep Chaube from Delhi, and so many others. And we are happy that over the period, what they thought at that time, all our past president, the team of IAGS could deliver that. And the aim was that we should reach to every corner of the country, even the remotest area, to train our surgeon in laparoscopy. We have achieved a lot and still more needs to be done, which subsequent presidents will be carrying forward all these things. But over the period, what we felt was, endoscopy initially was being done by the surgeons. And any procedure which you do, they have complications also. And if there was any complication, surgeon was competent enough to deal with it then and there. But since our senior surgeons became so busy in surgery that they over the period gave away endoscopy to the gastroenterologist, that is medical gastroenterologist. Now over the period, IAGES thought that endoscopy is one, because when complication is there in their hands, still surgeons are called and they deal with it. So why we should not start training our surgeons? Because as such, if you see over the country, the kind of population we have, only in metropolitan cities or maybe two-tier cities, we have gastroenterologists or endoscopists, but not in the remote areas. We need lot of endoscopists. So we thought, why not train surgeons also, so that we can reach to the remote area as we have reached in laparoscopic surgery. And with the blessings of Dr. B. Krishna Rao, who has not only trained surgeons, he has trained most of the gastroenterologists who are leading today, has been trained by him. And that's the kind of person who is at our back, and with that, 7 years back, IAGES started this program. But the problem was the training was either animals which were not mimicking the human beings. And most of the training world over, not only in India, was on the human beings. Training was only on the human beings. And which is not good, because initially when you are starting any program, any new thing, if you try on the human being, you cannot make them guinea pigs. So, simulators came, but the quality of simulators training was not as good as was desired by the surgeons or endoscopists. But fortunately, this is the one endoscope, as you have learned from my predecessor, is one of the best in the world as of now, which mimics almost as the human being. So training is better, and once the surgeon will get trained on the simulators, naturally then training on the human beings, animals, simulators and the human beings, it will be much easier and will be without complications. It's not that the straight away they will start practicing on human beings. There is always mentors who are there, who will show them, they will watch them how it is to be done in human being. Then proctorship, that under their guidance they will be working as the model is. So the complications are minimal. We don't want any complication. We don't want even a single person to suffer. And that's what our aim is. And this is we are fortunate that IAGES is the only organization, surgical organization, who has bought this simulator and will train the surgeons. And what our plan is, my plan which I was discussing in the afternoon with my colleagues, we have got 5 zones: North, East, Southwest and Central zone. What I wish is we should have 1 simulator in each zone. Not only in chair, because it is the instrument which can be moved. But as you all know, whatever the electronic equipment, if you keep on moving so frequently, is likely to get damaged faster. So what we will like is to move minimal, train one particular zone only with one, and I was discussing like South we are having, North in Delhi we can have, and if possible, I'll find out the people who can sponsor. And whatever the funds IAGES has, if permitted by the executive and the general body, we will utilize that money, and our incoming president, who himself is an endoscopist and doing lot of endoscopic work in the Dhoni's area, that is Ranchi, I think that, and that comes in central zone. So he can have one center there also. Similarly, we can have in West and East also. And once we start thinking in that direction, I don't think we will be far away from our goal. Maybe in a year or 2, we will be having, that's what my wish is, that we will have all these simulators in all the 5 zones, and from there we will move forward. And we will train the surgeons. Our aim is to train the surgeons so that, because surgical field is one, surgeons are there who are there in the periphery, not the gastroenterologists who are in the periphery. Surgeons are everywhere. So our aim is again to go to the remotest area, as Dr. Shiva is doing in a village in the Kanyakumari. Dr. Ishwar Murthy, he is doing in Erode. So we want to go to the smaller towns rather than the big towns. Big towns will have a lot of facilities there, and that's our aim, and we will keep doing. And after me, I am sure Dr. Satish Midda will take it forward, and it will grow much, much more. Thank you very much.